Hello, I'm Liz Zorab and today I'm out in the garden hoping to do quite a lot of harvesting. And right now we've got sunshine, but a few minutes ago it was heavy rain. It was also very gusty. It's one of those September days as the leaves are starting to colour up that the weather doesn't quite know what it's doing, but what I do know is it's due to get really quite cold tonight. So I plan to do a whole load of harvesting now, take everything down to the kitchen, and hopefully I'll get it all processed today. Now, some of these berries don't look very ripe yet, but I'm still quite tempted to harvest them. Do I? Don't I? I don't know. I'm concerned that they're going to get caught in the frost and go to mush. And I don't really want that. So my collecting container is a bottle. I forgot to bring another container with me, but I did have an empty water bottle in the polytunnel. So I've just cut the top off it, and I'm going to use the top and the bottom for collecting raspberries if I need to. My husband, Mr. J, is not a gardener, but he does come and help with the harvesting, and we'll come through about every 3 or 4 days, maybe once a week, and harvest any that are ripe. And down in here, there's a few bramble weeds I don't necessarily want in there. Actually, there's quite a lot of weeds I don't want in here. I wasn't actually going to be weeding here today, but maybe I'll take the worst of the couch grass out. And then what I have got in here are some cylindra beetroots. And these were multi-sown, so that's several seeds per module, and then planted out. These aren't huge, which I find quite surprising given how much rain we've had this year. These plants here are forget-me-nots, which will be for next spring. Oh, there's some more beetroot there. Oh, there were 2 little ones that I could probably have left in a bit longer. So the others that are in there still look quite small. I'll leave them to grow on a bit more. Now I could spend the day weeding, but I think I want to actually get on with the harvesting. There are more beetroots in this bed, and these again are multi-sown, but this one is Bolt Hardy or possibly Alvaro Mono, and I can't remember which it is. That's a pretty good sized beetroot. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm not taking out every beetroot. Oh, unless they come accidentally. Yeah, I think that's all for that row. The others we can leave in to grow on. So I got thoroughly soaked outside and I've come in and changed because I was very wet. But I have got the raspberries, I also picked a load of rose hips, I brought some herbs, I got the 2 cabbages, Here are some courgettes or zucchini that I harvested a couple of days ago. Here are the rose hips. It's just a few, but a few each time I'm out there is a good plan. The beetroot, the beets, I've taken the tops off those, so those are the beets and there are the potatoes. So now I want to process this lot and get them put into the freezer all ready to eat. So it's another 2 weeks on since I filmed that, but I've realised it's been about 4 or 5 weeks since I put out a video on YouTube. And although it's raining intermittently again today, we have had some really nice weather in between. And I went to Aberglasney Gardens, which is one of my favourite gardens. And in fact, I went there a couple of times, once on my own to do a bit of filming, and I've also taken friends there. And then Mr. J and I went to Worcestershire to Frank P. Matthews, who are a tree growers, talked to them about some of the things that are going on with my trees, had a look around there. That was a really nice day. And one of the special things about that was that we were allowed to try several different apple varieties to taste them, to help us decide which apples we want to grow in the garden, apart from the Welsh varieties that we have here now. This is tickled pink. It's quite sharp, but great for juicing. And it's got the dark coloured stem and veining on the leaves. And then a friend took me to Margam Park in Neath Talbot with its mixture of formal beds and then country park landscaping. Fabulous architecture. Actually, I was just blown away by all of it. Some of the very old trees had really interesting bark and twisted tree trunks. It was a really nice day out. Meanwhile, here at home, the gardens are getting a distinctly autumnal feel. And although I've been really enjoying going around and seeing what's doing well at this time of year, I'm also feeling a little bit frustrated that this growing season has been so short that things like my lovely apricot here hasn't really had much time to put on lots of new growth. The roses have put on an amazing display this year. They have actually really quite enjoyed the damp weather. They've put on plenty of growth, lots of flowers. But it's been so rainy, I haven't been out here deadheading them as much as I'd like to, and so the continuity of flowers hasn't been as good as it could have been. But then I haven't been out here to enjoy them either, so maybe that doesn't matter. There's actually still plenty that you can do out in the garden if you are so inclined. And so I will leave links on screen to seeds that you can sow during October, and also some of the fall or autumn tasks that you can do to keep your garden going through the winter and also to prepare it for next spring.